Hi, everyone. Calling to order the Board of Commissioners in our scheduled weekly business meeting on August 12th, 2025 at 1 o'clock. We have Commissioner Nichols and Commissioner Minty here. If everyone would please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. I'm assuming you're good with me marking the meeting minutes as approved. Thank you. And Freddie, do we have anyone signed up for public comment online? No. Okay. And Haley, any changes to the agenda?
No.
All right, great. So we'll move into item 7.1. This is something that I'll just read into the record. This is a prior approved agreement. This just means it was approved in another public meeting, but we like to read it into the record here. So this was approved during a July 22nd, 2025 administrative meeting where we authorized the sheriff to sign the MOU. It's with U.S. Fish and Wildlife for increased protection of persons and properties on the service lands and roads administered by Department of Interior. So reading that into the record. And we have item 8.1. This is the matter of recognizing exemplary and length of service by staff. We want to give a really appreciation and a shout out to Darlene Sheldon from Public Health for 25 years with the county. So thank you, Darlene, for that. Moving on into item 10.1, this is a finance item related to the juvenile department.
Good afternoon. This is in the matter of approving a supplemental budget resolution within the General Fund Juvenile Department. The County Juvenile Department was awarded a $250,000 grant from the Oregon Youth Authority for the Klamath Crimson Rose program. This budget resolution budgets for the increase in net revenue and expenditures.
I'll make a motion the board approve the supplemental budget resolution for fiscal year 25-26 as outlined in the attached document. Fiscal impact is $250,000 increase in revenue and expenditures in the juvenile KCR sub-department.
Second. We have a motion for our consideration now. Do we have any questions for finance or juvenile? All right, then let's vote. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes. Vicki, you also have 10.2.
Yes, this is a resolution within the museum fund. The BOCC approved a new position, engagement and venue coordinator, within the museum department. The museum director has requested to reallocate the transfer between the operating and equipment reserve subdepartments to personnel in order to budget for the initial term of this position, the initial year.
Thanks, Vicki. I will move that we approve the supplemental budget resolution for fiscal year 25-26 as outlined in the attached documents with a fiscal impact of $50,000 increase to personnel expenditures and $50,000 decrease in transfers into equipment reserve subdepartment.
Second.
We have a motion for our consideration. Questions on the museum position or comments or thoughts?
No.
Okay, let's vote then. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vicki.
Thank you.
Also under finance, we do have the grants that we read into the record every week. 11.4, we've read this in multiple times. If there's questions for Don, we can certainly call him up. But I will move that we approve and sign the Klamath County Domestic Well Financial Assistance Grant Agreements with Beverly Walters for $15,560, Todd Martin for $18,446.25, and Chad Brancasio for $967.50. So the total fiscal impact is $34,973.75 expenditure from Commissioner's Miscellaneous Grant Fund.
Second.
So we have a motion for consideration. Any questions of grants or comments, thoughts? Okay. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes. Thank you. 11.1, emergency management.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Hello. Ian Thigpen, Klamath County Emergency Management.
This is in the matter of approving and signing the contract with the University of Oregon for Klamath County's Natural Hazard Mitigation Plan update work. This is in support of Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, HMGP 5457 TAC 04 Grant Award, which was approved by the BOCC on 3/18/25. And Hazard Mitigation Grant Program Award by FEMA to update the Klamath County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan. The grant work plan stipulates that the University of Oregon will be contracted to be the contracted organization which facilitates the planning activities, acquire relevant data, and produce the final plan for the county. Contract allows the University of Oregon to work with Klamath County as the contracting organization.
I move the board approve and sign the research service agreement number 34809 between the University of Oregon and Klamath County. Fiscal impact is $81,000 paid out of the $93,000 federal cost share from the HMPG 5457 TAC 04 grant award.
Second. We have a motion now to consider. If there's no questions or comments, I will have us go straight into the vote. But if you have any thoughts, no? All right, let's vote then. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Public Works, you're up next. 11.2.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
This is for the quotes and awards for the Silver Lake crack repair. A little background, we have a part of Silver Lake Road that crosses the marsh. That used to be a railroad grade, and so one portion of it was built out of rail ballast and had railroads for timber primarily. And after timber no longer needed the rail, we added about a third of the fill to make a road across there and connect to Silver Lake. So with the marsh, sometimes the year has water in it, sometimes of the year it's fairly dry. They that wet dry action, the road side of it is settling, and so the two pieces are kind of pulling apart, so that we have this crack that's about 4 miles long. So about 20 years ago we did a similar repair, and it's where a rock wheel excavator, to get good production, instead of excavating and hauling it off with trucks and blocking both lanes, we can actually set in one lane with a rock wheel excavator and go. We're going to try to stabilize the base by adding cement to it this go around so that it makes more of a plug. In the past we just imported gravel in there, and then as that wet dry action, the crack has, the gravel that we put in has migrated down, so it's causing a surface crack, and that surface crack is dangerous when water settles in the wintertime and freezes, and snowplows can't remove the snow out of it and things like that. So this award is for, we recommend R2 based off of their qualifications. And even though they're a little more expensive up front on the mobilization, their hourly rates are, for the production work, is less. It's really difficult to know what we're going to run into when you have a 3-foot excavation. There'll be culverts and utilities and other things that can make the person start, stop, start, stop. So that's why we didn't do a hard bid project. Our crews are going to be backfilling. So once the excavation happens, our crews will backfill and either put fabric or cement treated base down there and compact it to get that plug again, and then our crews will pave it. So we feel like this is the cheapest and fastest way forward, and we're hoping to get more than 20 years out of this repair. So that's a little bit of the backstory and why we recommended R2 contractors for the award.
And we have both the quote as item 9.1, and then we have the agreement, so Commissioner. can
Yeah,
you do-
absolutely. Make a motion the board approve accepting the quote from R2 Contractors Trenching Service on the Silver Lake Road. The fiscal impact is none.
Second, so we have a motion for consideration related to accepting the quote, which is item 9.1. If people are following along, all in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes.
I do have a slight
Sure.
revision to the actual agreement. So same explanation. I see here that it says to be paid from the Public Works Road Operating Fund. I would like to change that to the Road District. The Road District receives Secure Rural School funds, the SRS funds, and Silver Lake is a forest highway that those funds are given to us for, and so would like to just take the cost out of this, that minor change, the Road District versus the Road Operating Fund.
I'll make a motion the board approve and sign the agreement with R2 Contractors for trenching services on Silver Lake Road. Fiscal impact is $35,000 mobilization plus $750 an hour for operator and $450 an hour standby time to be paid from the road district.
Second. So we have a motion for consideration now. Are there any questions of our Public Works Director before I call the question?
No, sir, other than I appreciate all the extra work you did over the last, 6 months to try to find a solution that would make this last longer. I know you guys did some experiments and a lot of different thoughts, hoping that you could find a plug for this crack that would last several more years. So I appreciate the ingenuity and the time spent working on better solutions.
Well said. All right, let's vote. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Jeremy.
and I'll pass the compliment along to the engineers and the road department that have really worked on those behind-the-scene items. So, thanks.
Thanks, Director.
11.3, Sheriff's Office. Lieutenant Lewis is here.
Good morning, Lieutenant.
Hi, afternoon.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Afternoon, yeah, sorry.
I like his answer better.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what we're asking for is the board's approval to renew our participation in the Department of Justice Equitable Sharing Agreement. Basically what that allows us to do is to be eligible for potential assets revenue from Caesar's forfeiture disposition proceeds that were used to facilitate federal crimes.
I'll make a motion the board approve the equitable sharing agreement and certification between the federal government and the Klamath County Sheriff's Office. Potential revenue into the special revenue fund of federally forfeited cash, property, and proceeds and any interest earned therein of unknown value at this time, and authorize the sheriff and the county commissioner chair to sign the agreement and certification. The fiscal impact is the potential to receive revenue and property of unknown value at this time into the Sheriff's Office Special Revenue Fund.
Second. So we have a motion for consideration. Do we have any questions of Lieutenant Lewis?
No, sir.
All right. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
See
good
you
afternoon.
tomorrow.
Have a good afternoon.
Yes. And finally, we have item 12.1. Did we miss your item, Mr. Golden? Or are you just
No, we
here
hit
because
it.
you like to see us? Good. Okay. So we have the matter of approving a recommendation for a renewal liquor license for Castell's Southside Malin Market, Squaw Flat Store, Fast Mart, Gourmet Peddlers, Odell Lake Lodge, Willamette Pass Resort, Bly Market, Bonanza Market, Homedale Market, Madison Market, River Market, Shield Crest Golf Course, and Whistler's Trading Post. The OLCC verifies that the above-named businesses have met the necessary conditions to sell liquor. The county's position is a recommendation only, which the OLCC may take into consideration before granting or refusing a license. This is noted for the record. The fiscal impact is revenue for $10 for each renewed license for general fund commissioner. That brings us to the end of the agenda. However, I would provide an opportunity, if you so wish, for a commissioner report. Okay. Then we will adjourn at 1:17.